Hey gang, today we are doing a beer review. And the beer that we're going to be reviewing is a Paulaner Salvatore. And I got a little story about this. I've actually had this beer before, quite a few times. The first time, Janet and I were at the State Fair of Texas, and this would have been about, 25 years ago or so. And there was a guy there that was doing a cooking display. He owned a restaurant called Good Eats. He used to own Chili's or something. Anyways, while he was doing this cooking demonstration, he said that he was so happy to see that the State Fair finally had a really good beer to sell to the public. And so I asked him what it was, and it's Paulaner Salvatore. Now, Paulaner Salvatore was the first beer that kind of introduced me to anything other than the mainstream big brewery, Miller, Coors, Light type of beers. And the first time I tried it, I fell in love with it. Now, since then, I've become a big IPA fan, and I probably haven't had a Paulaner in about 10 years. So we'll see if it still tastes as good to me as it did then. Now, I do have found something here on ratebeer.com that I'll read to you about Paulaner, because I found this interesting. The Paulaner Salvatore, with its strong, typically malty taste, is the original Paulaner. The bottom-fermented Doppelbock beer unites the finest hops and dark barley malt. The Paulaner monks served Salvatore as a replacement for food at Lent. The most famous brewer was Brother Barnabas, who was the head of the Paulaner Monastery Brewery starting from 1773. Its original recipe is today almost the same as it was in Barnabas' time. In order to protect the original recipe, Paulaner had the trademark Salvator patented in 1896. Now, so this beer has been around longer than our country, since it's before 1776 when we won our freedom, so our independence. So anyhow, on the back of the beer it says quality and heritage brewed with uncompromising standards that strictly adhere to the Reinstebot, using only 4 ingredients: water, hops, yeast, and malt. Nearly 400 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been around a lot longer than our country has. And it's from Paulaner Munchen, and it is 7.9% alcohol. So it's like a double Doppelbock. So anyhow, let's pop this thing open and give her a try. And I know this is a very rich beer. I remember that.
Wow.
It's like a train.
Yeah.
There's no trains around here. Somebody's got a train horn on their truck.
Nice lid on it.
Yeah, here's a close-up of the label. All right, I'm expecting this to be a kind of a darker beer, but not a extremely dark beer. And it shouldn't have too much of a head.
No? Pretty good.
All right.
It's...
Oh, I remember that smell. That is delicious.
Yep.
I mean, you can get a heavy malt smell from this beer. So let's give her a go here.
Bring back memories.
If you like malty beers, you will love this beer. Just be careful though, because it is high in alcohol content.
It's unique. Yes, I remember it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And it will fill you up. I mean, this is not a beer that you're going to drink multiples of at a time, because it is very filling. I taste all kinds of hops. I mean, malt, I'm sorry. A deep malt flavor. I do get a little bit of the hops, but the malt is definitely overpowering.
Yes, it is. It's really good, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you want something totally different, that's That's it. That's it.
Yeah. And it is a very filling beer, which is why the monks would drink this during Lent instead of food.
It's really good. I remember having it at Flying Saucer.
Mm-hmm.
What, Addison, Richardson, Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to do the plate for 200 beers.
Yeah. If you drank...
And then we moved.
Yeah, if you drank 200 beers at Flying Saucer, different styles of beer, different beers, then they would engrave a plate and they would put it on their ceiling or walls. I think I made it to about 80 beers when I moved to Vegas. And since we've been back here, I started all over again, but UFO's quite a distance from us.
It's UFO. Flying Saucer.
Flying Saucer. I call it UFO. So, but anyhow, so overall, what do you think of the beer?
I like it. It's not way over carbonated. It leaves this unique aftertaste that the hops and the malt.
What would you pair that beer with?
Wow. Oh my goodness. I something light.
Really? See, I'm thinking the opposite.
You're thinking barbecue or something?
I'm thinking of steak.
Steak is too
heavy.
I'm
thinking of steak. I just the flavors, the malt and everything I think would go well with steak.
Grilled chicken salad? I don't know.
Rabbit food.
Yeah. So. It's heavy. It's heavy.
It is.
It take you. You'll be so full.
You'd be full in a very good way, though.
You know what? Maybe a double stuffed potato. There you go.
Yeah, that could be good. That could be good. So, 0 to 100. I would give this beer 92.
Really?
Yes, I think it's an excellent beer. I mean, how many beers do you know that have been around 400 years using the same recipe?
Yeah. Wow. I'm thinking like 85, 87.
Okay.
Because it is heavy.
It's very heavy. It's very heavy.
And
I generally don't like heavy beers.
Right.
But the maltiness has such a good flavor.
And the flavor
aroma
is good.
The aroma. I wish they made incense or something in that aroma.
It's real bready. It's like a fresh baked bread. Almost. It's good. It's good, y'all.
I bet the monks looked forward to Lent.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we going to eat? No, we can't eat.
Nope.
But we can drink as much beer as we want to.
Right. There you go. Let me see the bottle. It does say, see, I didn't bring my glasses. Paulaner on the bottle itself. And it shows a monk and some kind of aristocrat guy. It says, what does that say? See, I don't have my glasses. 1634?
Since 1634. So yeah, right, 400 years. Now, the good thing about Paulaner Salvatore is that at least in Texas and in Nevada, you can go into most liquor stores or beer stores and they're going to have it. The problem I have with IPAs, you go into your local 7-Eleven, or you're lucky if they have one IPA.
Yeah.
But they usually have Paulaner.
Who does? 7-Eleven?
7-Eleven. I've seen them at some of the 7-Elevens, yeah.
Wow.
So.
I don't pay attention.
But you don't have to go to a specialty store to find one. And if you're looking for something that is totally different than the big box breweries, this is your beer.
It's good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Just be careful how much you drink because it'll hit you pretty quick.
Really. Very unique.
Yeah.
And the malt is, it's good. You want to make a shake out of it with like a malt, chocolate malt?
No. Why would you ruin a great beer? Try to improve on it.
It's pretty good though.
So, all right, guys. Well, video. If you did, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, hit the little bell, and until next time, Hope you guys have good beer. Bye-bye.
Strange RV tours will take you places with Greg and Janet's smiling faces. You might see a crazy flavored soda review or some tips to fix your RV too. So come along, won't you join us, friend, as we discover what's around the bend. Just sit right back in your easy chair. Strange RV Tours is on the air. Strange RV Tours is on the air.